What's going on, everybody? Adam here with eTrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Pewag 7mm LT studded truck chains with cam tensioners on our 2020 Ram 1500. So if you guys are going to do some off-roading and you guys need a really aggressive chain, this is going to be the chain that you guys want. Just because this is going to be the most aggressive chain that we offer here, Pewag did a really good job of getting these massive studs on the end of our twist links here. So as you guys can see, we have some huge studs on the end of our twist links here. This isn't going to be great for your ride quality, but like I said, off-road use only. These are going to get you out of almost any situation you're in. This is going to be the most aggressive chain that we offer here, and they are going to wear away relatively evenly in regards to these studs here. Even if there isn't snow on the ground, especially when that ground is still just frozen and you guys are in the woods somewhere just kind of logging around, these are definitely going to be able to dig into that frozen dirt and get you free from whatever situation you guys may be in. These are going to protect your rims too. Let's just say we're in the woods. You're probably going to see a little bit more pushback on these chains, meaning whenever you guys sink down in snow, there's not a lot of pressure going in on your chains, but when you sink down into, let's just say, frozen dirt, frozen mud, something like that, it's not really going to, it's going to push in a little bit more aggressively than that snow, but it's not going to mess up your rims. So that's a big thing with me. I want to throw chains on my tires, but not have to worry about my rims. With this being super aggressive and very durable, they would do a number on these rims, but as you guys can see, we have a very good distinct line between where the chains stop and where our rims start. So I don't really think you guys should have any issues messing up your guys' rims. One thing to note, it is going to have a lot of adjustments. So over time, if your guys' tread starts wearing down on your guys' tires, it might not fit just as tight as it did when you guys put them on initially, but we have a lot of different types of adjustability. We're gonna have a bunch of different links up on the front that we can choose from, and also with the back. And then of course we have 3 big old cam tensioners, and that's gonna help just suck these chains right up to your tires so they stay nice and put. One thing I need to go over is that they do come in a pair of 2, but they do come in a more durable canvas bag than some of the Titan chains do. These are a little bit thicker, so I don't think we'll have any rips like I see a lot on those Titan chain bags. And these are extremely easy to get into, especially with how big these chains are. They give you plenty of bag to be able to fit both of them in there, so it's still nice and easy to carry them around. But if you guys are planning on using 4-wheel drive whenever you guys are out in the icy roads or down in the woods, something like that, you guys can go ahead and choose the same exact size. Just grab 2 different pairs on our website. You guys can just go ahead and throw those on the back and the front if you really need some extra traction. So if you guys are needing a chain to get you out of those extreme situations you guys may be in, I would definitely recommend these, just because these studs are going to be able to get you out of all of those crazy situations you guys might be off the road. So let's go ahead and show you guys how easy it is to install. So the first thing that we want to do is inspect our chains. To do that, you just lay them out and make sure there's no kinks in the links or any tangles, nothing like that. And once we figure all that out, there's 2 things we need to take into account. One, we need to find the side that has all of our cam tensioners right here, and we want to make sure that that's going to be on the outside of our tire. And then 2, we want to make sure that the smooth part of the hook here is going to be towards the tire, and the other side is a little bit more aggressive. We want to make sure that's facing the outside of the tire just to prevent any damage from happening. So let's go ahead and grab the center of our chains, and you guys can go ahead and drape them over the tire. We want to do our best to make it as even as possible on the tire, and also as even as we can on both the right and the left side. Now that we kind of have that into place, we can go ahead and go around back and make our first connection. So on one side we are going to have a hook, and then on the other side we're going to have an option of extra links here. So depending on if you guys have done this before, you guys will know which link's going to work best with your guys' wheel. But I'm going to go ahead and just use the second to last. And now I'm going to go around front and make our other connection. Pretty much the same deal on the front. Just bring the hook and hook it onto a link there. We do have a decent amount of slop still, but that is what these cams are for. So you can go ahead and grab your guys' tool. Kind of looks like this, should be in the bag. And what we're going to do is, I usually start with the central cam. So start with the one in the center, and you can go ahead and twist these around to tighten them up. I'm going to do the same for this one, and also the same for our third and final cam tensioner. So that does definitely take out a lot of that slop, which is pretty much good, but we do have a rubber tensioner that we do suggest that you guys throw on here as well to take out all that extra slop. So I'm going to go ahead and grab it and see if it's just going to finish up the install and just tighten it up a little bit more. So this is what our rubber tensioner looks like. It does not come with the kit, but if you guys are on the webpage for these chains, just kind of scroll down a little bit, and in the related products section, we should have these right there. Just click add to your cart and check out. So the only really thing we need to know about these is just to make sure that the hook is going to be facing the outside of our tire like that. And also we do want to do our very best and be as symmetrical as we can whenever we're hooking these up, just so we can evenly distribute all of that tension. Just so when we're driving down the road, whenever we see some shifts or something in all of our chains, it's gonna kind of hug it back to where it needs to be. So as you guys can see, hardly any play at all with our chains, and that pretty much sums up our install. Well, everyone, that just about does it for a look at the Pewag 7mm LT truck chain with cam tensioners on our 2020 Ram 1500.